what is love? What is love to you, Kaelix?
I think love is time spent. I think time is the most valuable thing that we have. It's very precious, and we've got a lot of it, but only so much of it.
Wow.
So I think choosing to spend it with or for somebody, I think that is love. I'm dating this man. I love him, and I feel like we have a great relationship. But because of my health problems, I have decided to be child-free. I've heard that he wants to be a dad someday, and I think we can still be a parent in a sense by donating to an orphanage. Or when we create a project of some kind together, we could still call it our baby. My question is, how can I ask him if he is willing to be the one who gets a vasectomy? What do you think about men who are willing to get vasectomies?
This is something they definitely need to discuss.
Yes.
Yeah, this definitely need to discuss. It's not something... I mean, so when Anon asks, what do you both think about men who is willing to get vasectomies? I don't think that's the right question you should be asking. I think you should be asking, what do you think your partner feels about a vasectomy, right? What do you think your partner feels about not having, I guess, quote unquote, a biological kid? Have that discussion, 100%, right?
Yeah. I think in addition to love being time, I also think that love is responsibility. And responsibility sometimes demands sacrifice. There are some things that you should compromise on in love and in romance. There are things you can find a middle ground on, but it depends on where your values lie. So I think first priority should be finding out just how important being a parent is to this person. Like you said, for some people, this is a very important thing, but for other people, it's not specifically having a child that matters, but more the experience. Some people would be just as satisfied having a pet together. Other people would be happy with an adopted child, even one that is adopted at an older age. You don't have to adopt as a baby and have that kind of care given. And then other people, they would only be happy if it was their like direct lineage. Yeah, I think it would be very important to figure out where those values lie and if there's any room for compromise from either person. I do not think you should push yourself to have a child ever if you are not personally one of the people that's interested in it. I think in general, it's usually going to be better to compromise on not having a baby than it is to compromise on having one, because it's a very big, expensive and lifelong investment type choice to make. You should be operating on more than just a hunch that somebody wants to be a parent, and that's an opportunity to explain your reasoning as well as to why you do not want to be one. And if you can find compromise, then that's great, and if not, then that is one of the problems to be solved.
Absolutely. And I feel like these are solvable issues. I mean, I understand that you might be a little... I feel like the reason why you even brought up the idea about, you know, what do you think about men who's willing to get vasectomy? It might be slightly because you're scared. Maybe perhaps to have this discussion. I feel like in any relationship or anything, talking about values and making clear about your values is so important. It's not even about, you know, pregnancy. Obviously, and Kaelix said this so true. Having a kid is a huge deal, and it's a huge burden on the carrier.
I will say I don't think there's any reason for stigma against vasectomies if it does go that direction.
Oh yeah,
if that's the motive for the question. Yeah. I think men who get vasectomies are awesome.
Hey, one of my favorite YouTubers is Red and Link from Mythical Good Morning, and they actually got vasectomies together because they didn't really want to, you know, they didn't want more kids, and I thought that was just so cool. Like, they're best friends. They went to a hospital together. They got vasectomies together. I just thought that was super cool. So yeah, I don't think there's any stigma.
Very reasonable decision if that is where the values are. But again, number one priority, values. You got to find out where you guys are.
Yes.